Shakan here from the Boxed In podcast. Delighted to be joined here by Bradley Ray. Now, last time we spoke, it was at the Eco Power Stadium in Doncaster, and we were hoping that you'd be at another stadium show. You're not, obviously, we're here in Hull, but I imagine it's just a relief to actually be fighting.
Yeah, look, I'm just happy I'm still fighting, to be honest, with the year I've had so far. But yeah, look, I'm gutted. I was looking forward to a little away day, little trip to Galway, and all my friends and family were as well. But look, it is what it is for me. Like, as long as I'm still fighting, that's the most important thing. I've got a job to do. Could be anywhere in the world, you know what I mean? Just put me in that ring, and I've got a job to do. I've got a job to win that title on Saturday night.
You say there that the most important thing is the fight, and it is the European title is on the line. I mean, Adam Smith said it was back in the 90s that obviously two Brits fought for that. It must be, quite an achievement to be fighting for such a prestigious title.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it's nice to be in the mix, but it's not a big enough achievement to fight for the title. I want to win the title. That's it. That's what I'm in this game for. I'm in this game to fight for these big titles, to pick up these big titles, and that blue belt is one of the most prestigious ones in boxing for me. Between that, the British, and then your world honours, you know what I mean? I've said it before. There's a lot of titles in boxing that don't really mean anything. You know what I mean? That carries weight, that belt, and yeah, look, it's a nice one to pick up, and it gives me a bit of a bargaining chip once I pick that belt up to get in these fights where I've struggled to get in for the past few years because I've had nothing to offer anyone. You know what I mean? If I have a European title to offer, people are gonna want to fight me, and I will have a bit of a target on my back.
Do you think you are favourite going into it, or?
It's in my head, yeah, massive favourite in my head, and look, that's all that matters. I'm very confident because look, I want to show what I can do to people. You know what I mean? Like, people haven't seen this new and improved version of me because I've been fighting on the small hall shows for the past 2.5 years, and look, if you're judging off the Tyler Denny fight and the fights before that, then Pitters probably is the favourite. But you know what I mean? I'm not going off that. I'm going off what I know I can do, and knowing that, I have myself as a big favourite. Yeah.
I can see the smile. I can see that you are just ready to get in the ring and, prove what you can do. What can the fans expect from you on fight night? What kind of Bradley Ray can we expect in that ring?
Yeah, explosive, man, entertaining. Like, I'm the type of fighter that fans should want to watch. That's how I see myself. You know what I mean? I'm entertaining. I put on a show, put my shots together. Feel like I hit hard. You know what I mean? And like, just set up there. Like, you know what I mean? If I can knock him out, I'll knock him out, and that's the aim of the game at the end of the day. Which is half the reason why I've been a bit confused as to why I can't get chances on these sort of opportunities, because if I was a promoter, I'd want me on my show, you know what I mean? Because I'm entertaining and fun. Like, I've had rounds of the year, I've had fights of the year, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the mix, I'm on a fight knockout streak, although opposition is a lot lower than Saturday night, you know what I mean? Put them opponents in front of me, and this is what I'm going to do to him. That's my mentality. And yeah, look, headlining on the zone, I've said that winning isn't enough. Like, you know what I mean? I need to steal the show. I need to come back with a bang, and I need to show people, what I've been doing for the past 2.5, 3 years.
You said there that you need to come back with a bang. You need to show people what you're about. Shakan Peters is certainly someone who is going to try and bring the best out of you. And you said there that you're confused probably as to why promoters, aren't kind of putting you on their shows. Do you think it's maybe an element of you are dangerous and promoters know this but don't want to admit it, so you are a dark horse in this light heavyweight division?
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Look, there's certain fighters out there that, look, they're not good to watch, they're not pretty to watch, and I understand why promoters wouldn't put them on the show. And then look, I get your argument that maybe they wouldn't want to put me in with one of their home fighters because I am a big risk with little reward, but put me in against someone else then, you know what I mean? Someone you're not looking after, and I'll put on a good show on your bill. But yeah, look, it is what it is. All that's behind me now, and I've got a chance. I've got an opportunity. You know, like I say, Izzy was a man of his word. He said he wanted to make this fight, and yeah, look, now's my time now. Look, I've been talking, I've been saying, give me a chance, give me a chance. This is my chance. So it's down to me now. I've got to go and deliver.
You do have that chance against Shakan Peters. How highly do you rate him?
He's a good fighter, very good fighter. Like, look, you don't win a British title without being a good fighter. You're not mandatory for a European title without being a good fighter. His 2 losses are at a very high level. You know what I mean? Dan Aziz, Craig Richards, but I just feel like in a year's time they'll be saying, oh, his 3 losses are at a good level. You know what I mean? Dan Aziz, Craig Richards, and Brad Ray, because I'm up there. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm above that. And I just, like I say, I feel like this is my chance now. But look, it's a tough task ahead of me. Tough that I know, which is why for the past 10 weeks I've trained so hard and I've left no stone unturned, because I know he's a tough test. But I know the best version of me, if I turn up, I know I'll beat him. And yeah, look, I'm just happy it's finally here. You know what I mean? I'm just buzzing. It's been a long time coming. But yeah, look, I can't wait to get in there.
Is this a fight that you believe elevates you to the next level if you do get the win on Saturday?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Get the win on Saturday and say goodbye to them small shows, 6 rounders, you know what I mean? Which is where I feel like I belong. I feel like I should be at that level. I should be at this level fighting for titles, headlining shows, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is where I belong, which is why it's been hard. You know, I had a little taste when I was fighting on Sky. I had a little taste, and look, whether people say whatever, like, I feel unjustly got swept to the side a little bit. And it's been hard. It's been hard sitting at home for 3 years and watching these shows on TV and thinking this is where I belong. Like, it's been difficult, but this is why I've worked so hard to get back to where I feel like I belong, and I've worked hard. I'm here now, and like I say, it's my chance on Saturday night.
Finally, what can the fans expect tuning into Zone on Saturday night in the main event?
Yeah, look, it's going to be explosive. Like just said, look, more is exciting. I've had fights of the year, I've had rounds of the year, and look, expect more of the same. I'm confident Peters is going to come with the same energy, and if he does, look, it's going to catch fire, and it's going to catch fire early on. And look, I'm not hit it, you know what I mean? I'm going to try and knock him out, and he said he wants to get the win, you know what I mean? I hope he tries to knock me out. I'm going to make a great fight.
Brad, thanks so much for your time.